President Trump addressed the nation about the war with Iran and threatened to, quote, bring them back to the Stone Age where they belong. And in the spirit of Easter, let me just say, Jesus Christ.
Bring them to the Stone Age. That is the actual foreign policy of the United States right now. Not a strategy, not a doctrine. A threat to send a nuclear-armed country back to prehistoric times. And the people paying for that threat are not sitting in the Oval Office. They're sitting at gas stations doing math on whether they can fill up this week. 13 Americans are dead. Gas is up 60 cents a gallon. And the plan is Stone Age.
In his speech, President Trump referred to the war in Iran as a little journey, because little journeys are all anyone can afford to take now. President Trump said in his speech that the Strait of Hormuz would open up naturally, but if it doesn't, the Marines will deploy a little bit of spit.
A little journey, that is what he called. Not a war because that requires congressional approval. Not a military operation because that sounds too serious. A little journey. Meanwhile, the Strait of Hormuz has been closed for weeks. Insurance companies are refusing to cover tankers. Americans are paying $200 million more per day gas. Some little journey, right?
This week, Attorney General Pam Bondi was asked to redact herself from her job. President Trump reportedly fired Bondi over her handling of the Epstein files because the only person Trump has ever trusted to handle the Epstein situation is a prison guard with the cameras off.
And Bondi is gone. The woman who spent 2 years blocking the Epstein files, refusing to testify under oath, and protecting everyone in those documents just got fired. And Trump's reason was that she mishandled the Epstein situation. Think about that for a second. The man whose names appears nearly 5,000 times in those documents fired the woman who was keeping them hidden because she wasn't hiding them well enough. That's actually not irony. That is a confession.
Also, I kind of understand. I mean, if I was Trump, I'd be mad too if someone took a Sharpie and drew all over my favorite memories.
Pete Hegseth demoted a black 4-star general this week, a man who earned that rank over decades of service, and replaced him with someone more loyal to Trump personally. This is what the purge of American military actually looks like in practice, not a headline. 4-star general, a lifetime of service, being walked out the door because the defense secretary needed to make a point, and the airmen said they need bigger bombs because that is the entire strategy, I guess.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, seen here demoting a black general, said this week that an airman told him the only thing they need in Iran is bigger bombs. Got you covered. How about Kristi Noem's husband?
And they're disgusting. A golden skyscraper, a golden escalator, a golden statue of himself in Miami as his presidential library, while TSA agents are selling blood, pay their bills, while farmers can't afford anything, while 13 families have empty chairs at their dinner tables. The man who called the Iran war a little journey wants a golden statue of himself. That is who is running our country right now. And if you have been watching long enough to know that dignity is important and we don't have it right now because of our president, tell me what you think on the comments and drop a like, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.
President Trump posted plans for his presidential library in Miami, which would be a massive golden skyscraper with a golden escalator and a golden statue of Trump, as predicted in the book of Revelations. President Trump attended the opening night of Chicago at the Kennedy Center, and I think that's cool that the president is going to the theater. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?